What's up, YouTube? Leon here. I am back to talk about another paperback horror novel. Also, I was a little embarrassed when I saw the Black Christmas review that I uploaded. My first video review clearly had it filmed vertically. Yeah, had some nice black bars on the left and right side. Very professional looking. Not going to re-record that, of course. I'm going to let that stand as a testament to my ignorance and just move forward. Try it again, and hopefully this one will look a little better. Today, we are looking at Boom! Chainsaw Terror by Nick Blake. Now, Nick Blake is a pseudonym for the British writer Shaun Hutson. Let's talk about Shaun Hutson for a second. He is not very widely known in the U.S., which is a darn shame. He's kind of been compared to Richard Lehman, the U.S. writer, and I can definitely see that. They both write kind of very visceral, just relentlessly violent, fast-paced page turners. Both could be arguably considered misogynistic in their treatment of the things that happen to women, unfortunately, in some of these books. This one, no exception. This one here is actually a very obscure book, quite possibly one of the rare titles that I own. Copies of this thing go for over $100 on eBay. Yeah, I've had this for a little over a year. I finally got around to reading it the other day. It's very short, as you can see. Boy, it is quite a doozy. It did not disappoint. It gave me pretty much everything I was expecting. Anything that you could expect with a title like Chainsaw Terror and a cover like this. Look at that gorgeous cover there. Yeah, it's all there. I'm going to read the back as I did last time to kind of give you an idea of the synopsis. So here we go. Edward Briggs seems like a normal man. Not very friendly, maybe. But then who wouldn't be withdrawn after witnessing that bloody family tragedy? Edward still lives in the house where it happened. That's a little strange. So is his love for his sister. He doesn't like it when she goes out. He'd much rather she stayed indoors with him. Always. In the cold, soundproofed house with the cellar workshop and the big, blood-stained workbench and the tools. ... Ellipsis. Yeah, so this one, pretty much a lot of tropes from the 80s horror novels. Incest, primarily, is one of them, are here. Just insane, gory passages. I would read a passage from this book, but, I don't know if it would even fly. It's probably too messed up for YouTube. I don't want to get arrested or something, But yeah, this one, if you're a fan of kind of that hard-hitting, they used to call some of this stuff splatterpunk, although that term kind of gets thrown around too much. I mean, that was a very specific thing. This really has no political associations, no message. It's just straight violent. It's just gory. But if that's your thing, if you like writers like Richard Lehman, Edward Lee, the guys from this period, Joe Lansdale, not really. I wouldn't put him in that category, but Ray Garton, Skip Inspector, surely. Yeah, Shaun Hutson is your man. This book is very rare, but quite an interesting curiosity. I'm definitely happy to have it. If you ever come across it and you're into this kind of stuff, super violent, sleazy, gory stuff, definitely check it out. One of the things I really enjoyed about this was its depiction of London in the mid '80s. This book was published in 1984 by Star, and really cool depiction of like the Soho district in London, and like all the prostitutes walking around, and just kind of that seedy, sordid, squalid, dirty environment with pimps and prostitutes, and this crazy ass guy who goes around picking up prostitutes and just butchering them senselessly. It's these kind of books they're kind of hard to defend, but it's just fun. It's fun. It kind of reminds me, there was a book I read a few weeks ago that's similarly notorious, called Eat Them Alive, which I think was referenced in Paperbacks from Hell. That one, like this, just very misogynistic, and it had some just outlandish, just really ridiculous violence. And you can't take these books seriously. I like these books. You treat them. They're just pulp. It's like no different from those crazy violent movies, that the kids like to watch. So you can't take it seriously. They're fun, and this one is no exception. Just wanted to kind of briefly just talk about it, because this is not a book that gets talked about a lot at all. I think there's like a total of 2 or 3 reviews of this thing online on Goodreads, because it is so rare. But Chainsaw Terror by Nick Blake, aka Shaun Hutson. If you can't find this one, but you like that kind of stuff, if it sounds appealing to you, if you like that uber violence, definitely check out Shaun Hutson. He's most notably he's known for being the author of Slugs, which was adapted into a pretty fun creature feature from the '80s, and one of my personal favorites, Spawn, about aborted fetuses that come back telepathic or psychic or something ridiculous. You've seen the cover, most likely, one of the all-time favorite covers of mine, published by Leisure. But check out Shaun Hutson. He's a blast. And that's Chainsaw Terror. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.